Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. We got game number 15 tonight. Montreal's hosting Vancouver. Should be a good game. Vancouver's really hot. Montreal fresh off an amazing, fun to watch overtime victory over the Boston Bruins. So they should be pumped for tonight. Both teams on back-to-backs. So there's no disadvantage there for Montreal. So this is the game preview for that. I've got the stats, I've got the lineups, I've got some news, and I've got the guess the score contest. And you can play that here. Anybody's welcome. Guess the score of the game, first goal scorer of the game, and you can pick that guy from either team. You got to be the first person with that guess in the comments, in the comments here. And then you'd win the $10 prize directly into your bank account via Interact. So please enter, and good luck to everybody. Just make sure you check to see that nobody has your guess ahead of you so that you could win if you get it. All right. So we got some news, a little bit of a lineup change. Well, might not be a lineup change thing, but the Habs have recalled defenseman Gustav Lindstrom from Laval Rocket, and they've sent Yoel Armia back down to Laval. And the reason for this is because Jordan Harris is a game-time decision. I don't know what's wrong with Harris, but I know he's a game-time decision. So if he can't play, Lindstrom will play. And Armia wasn't doing anything here anyways, really. So, that's a good move, I think, for Montreal. The Oilers, not a Habs thing, but the Oilers have fired their head coach, Jay Woodcroft. I know they put somebody in there. I don't remember the name. It's a friend of mine said a former Flyers assistant coach. But I don't know who that is. But they fired Woodcroft. I don't know if that's going to be enough. And oddly, the Oilers last night had a really good game, dominating game from what I understand. And then the next day they fire Woodcroft. It's weird timing for that. And I don't know. Anyway, that's what happened. Some sad news in hockey was announced today. Former Flyers goalie Roman Cechmanek has died at the age of 52. I don't know what from. He played over 200 NHL games. I don't know if it was all with the Flyers. I don't think it was all with the Flyers, but just very sad. Rest in peace, Roman. He was a pretty good goalie. I definitely remember him. Please check out the Hab Normals podcast. Link is in the description. Matt and I, we talk about all things Habs. For the whole show, we had a pretty good conversation, I thought, talking about, players that are in the news right now for the Habs. Primo, Anderson, Slavkovsky, and more. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Link is in the description. Please check that out. Last piece of news. I don't know if it's news, but I have the exact moment Ryan Reeves became a bitch against Arbor Jackeye in the fight. That's the exact moment Ryan Reeves became a bitch. I put that out on Twitter. Please go find it and share that. I'd really appreciate that. So my Twitter is in also the description. So please go do that. It'd really be great. So I did mention the guess the score contest. I'll give you my guess. It doesn't count, but I'll give you my guess for the game. Vancouver, they're on a really, a hot streak. They're scoring over 4 goals a game. I don't know how long that can last. Montreal usually plays well against Vancouver. They're in Montreal. It's back-to-back games, but they both had back-to-back games, so that's not an issue. I'm going 4-3 Montreal, and I'm going to give Tanner Pearson the first goal, former Canuck, in the trade for Casey DeSmith. That's how we got him. Casey DeSmith will be getting the start tonight as well. So imagine those two guys got money on the board. Even though Casey DeSmith never actually played for Montreal, I'm sure he's got some money on the board. Tanner Pearson's got money on the board for the win, for the winning goal. So that's interesting. My guess, 4-3 Montreal, Pearson. Let me know in the comment section what your guess is for this, and you could win $10. It's not a lot of money, but it buys a coffee and whatever. All right, we'll get to this preview. The game tonight. The 10-3-1 Vancouver Canucks, like crazy. That I don't know how sustainable that record is, but 10-3-1 Vancouver Canucks against the 7-5-2 Montreal Canadiens. I should have checked. I don't know if Vancouver won last night. I don't think they did, but Montreal did. They beat the Boston Bruins in a great game to have watched. So how to watch this game? It's a 7 p.m. start Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific in Canadiens region in English, TSN 2, and RDS in French, and in the Canucks region, Sportsnet Pacific. Streaming ESPN Plus, TSN Plus, RDS, and Sportsnet Plus, or Sportsnet Now, which is the same. Mine's called Sportsnet Now. I don't know why. Last 10 and the season series. So season series, they're playing tonight, and March 21st, they'll be in Vancouver. And last 10, Montreal's 5-4-1 on a 2-game streak, and Vancouver is 8-1-1. They lost their last game, and hopefully Montreal can start them on an actual streak of 2 games lost and see maybe this is where they start to come back to earth. I don't know. Home and away records. Vancouver's on the road. Their away record is 5-2-0. Montreal's home record is 5-3-0. Let's see what happens there. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage, 48.2%, 21st in the league. And that's possession numbers, and that's Montreal's. And then Canucks, 47.1%, 25th in the league. So, I think there's signs that they're going to come back to earth. That's one of them. Goals per game, 2.93 for Montreal, 23rd. 4.36 goals per game for Vancouver. That's crazy. And that's first. Goals against per game, 3.29 for Montreal, 18th. And 2.21 for Vancouver, 4th. They're not giving up too many. Power play percentage, 22% for Montreal, 12th in the league, and 32.7% for the Canucks, 4th in the league. PK percentage, 75.4%, 22nd for Montreal, and 79.2%, 15th for the Canucks. Head-to-head last year, 1-0-1 for Montreal, and 1-1-0 for Vancouver. So Montreal beat them and then lost in overtime or shootout. I can't remember which was. So, they still had the better of them last season. But I believe Montreal and Vancouver, in general, Montreal plays Vancouver well. Let's put it that way. And they win more than they lose against Vancouver. Let's hope that continues tonight. Face-offs. At the dot, Vancouver, 49.6%, 19th in the league. Montreal, 53.3%, 6th in the league. Shots on goal allowed and shots on goal for both teams. So shots on goal allowed, 30.5 for Vancouver, 34 for Montreal. And shots on goal for, 28.5 for Vancouver, 29.4 for Montreal. Players to watch over the last 5 games. Points, Quinn Hughes for them, 11. Mike Matheson for Montreal, 5. Both defensemen. Goals, Brock Besser, 5 for Vancouver, and Nick Suzuki with 4 for Montreal. 4 games in a row with a goal. So is how I think it is. Assists, Quinn Hughes, 9 assists. Matheson with 4. Plus minus, Quinn Hughes is a +4, and Caden Gooley a +1. Team leaders in goals, Brock Besser, 11 goals for Vancouver. Sean Monahan with 6 for Montreal. Points, I can't pronounce his name now. Elias Pettersson with 25. And nobody, don't get on me about my video, okay? For Vancouver and Montreal, Cole Caulfield with 14. Average time on ice, Philip Ronick, 23.56, and Mike Matheson, 24.33. And just to say for Cole Caulfield, that's 14 points in 14 games, because tonight's game is game 15, so he's still on a point per game pace. Wins, Thatcher Demko, 7. Jake Allen, 3 for Montreal. Demko is not in nets tonight. It's going to be Casey DeSmith from the lineups, which you're going to see very soon. Atlantic standings from top to bottom: Boston, Detroit, Toronto, Florida. Montreal moved up to 5th. Tampa, tied with Tampa there, by the way. Buffalo Sabres, and then Ottawa Senators. In the NHL standings, they moved up as well. They're in 14th spot, so in a playoff spot right now. With Washington, the Jets just ahead of them, but tied as far as points. And the Tampa Bay Lightning also tied just behind them, though. That's percentage is the difference. And then the New Jersey Devils at 15 points. So they're in a good spot, but can they hold that? I don't know if that's sustainable or not. But right now, they're in the playoffs. If it happened tomorrow. Goalies tonight, Casey DeSmith and Jake Allen. Casey DeSmith is 3-0-1 with a 2.82 goals against and a 9.19 save percentage, no shutouts. Jake Allen, 3-2-1, 3.35 and a 9.10 save percentage and no shutouts as well. Vancouver top 5 scoring. Pettersson, 7 goals, 18 assists, 25 points, plus 6. Quinn Hughes, 5 goals, 17 assists, 22 points, plus 15. His plus minus is pretty good. JT Miller, 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points, plus 9. Brock Besser, 11 goals, 5 assists, 16 points, plus 9. And Philip Roenick, no goals, 15 assists, 15 points, and a plus 10. Habs scoring. Top 5, Cole Caulfield, 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points, plus 3. Nick Suzuki, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points, minus 4. Sean Monahan, 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points, plus 1. Mike Matheson, 3 goals, 8 assists, 11 points, minus 6. And rounding that out, Brendan Gallagher, playing Brendan Gallagher hockey. 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points, minus 3. But man, who'd have thought Brendan Gallagher would be playing the way Brendan Gallagher is playing? Amazing that he's doing that still. So definitely not done. Lost a step in the skating maybe, but as far as his intensity and all that around the net, I mean, he's still Brendan Gallagher out there, and it's working. All right, let's get to the lines. I had the goalies in the wrong spot. Get to the lines now. So Canucks lines, JT Miller centering Di Giuseppe and Brock Besser, Pettersson in between Mikheyev and Kuzmenko. Suter in between Dakota Joshua and Connor Garland, and Teddy Bluger centering Lafferty and Beauvillier. Quinn Hughes and Philip Roenick, first pair. Ian Cole, Mark Friedman, second pair. Carson Soucy and Tyler Myers. Third pair, Casey DeSmith starting, and Thatcher Demko backing them up. And for Montreal, are there any changes? Let's see. Suzuki, Newhook, Anderson, not changed from last game. Dvorak, Slavkovsky, Caulfield, unchanged. Monahan, Pearson, Gallagher, unchanged. Evans, Pizzetta, Harvey Pinard, unchanged. Forward lines, Matheson, Barron, Gouli, Kovacevic, Jack-Eye, and it says Harris, but Harris is a game-time decision, and therefore this doesn't reflect the changes they made. Therefore, Lindstrom would be in if that's the case. Jake Allen getting the start, Sam Montembeault with the backup, and that's it. There's your I expect what kind of game. I'm not sure, right? Because depending on how Vancouver's playing, how are they going to play like that against Montreal? Is Montreal going to play that dogged, determined game they played against Boston? If they do, I don't see why they couldn't beat Vancouver. So I'm hoping for that type of a game. Either way, it should be a fun game. It should be interesting, like a good pace. I don't know what else to say. It should be a fun game, though, because Vancouver's playing really well. Can Montreal play better than them and beat them? They usually do, but Vancouver hasn't been playing this well in a long time, so we'll see how that goes. That's it. I'll have the game. I'll be there at 7 o'clock. I won't be showing the game, but we'll be doing play-by-play. We'll be doing some color commentary, talking to you guys in the chat. In general, just having fun watching the game and hopefully enjoying a Habs win in game number 15. So that's it. See you there. There's the post game after that, and hopefully we'll have fun tonight. And it's been the end of a long weekend. Till then, stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. And enjoy your time until we're back together again. Ciao, everybody. Oh, I forgot. Keep your stick on the ice. Go Habs, go.